Welcome, everyone. I am Ramendra Rathor, an IT practitioner with over 2 decades of IT experience. In the current profile that I hold, I am more into research, into R&D on AI, generative AI to be more specific, helping teams on how they can leverage different tools and use these tools, the Gen AI tools, effectively. And while I keep interacting with different personas, different team members in different segments, I come across hundreds of questions. So that inspired me to start my video series, which actually is themed as I have a question. So every video in the series is going to be a 10-minute simple video that will try answering a very common question. So the first question that I have in this video is from my son itself, who asked me, "How can AI help me with my maths problem?" This is a question from a 12th grader who loves maths but does struggle with things from algebra and calculus. So he had a couple of questions and he said that, can AI help me with my algebraic equations? Can one equation be solved in multiple different methods? And can AI simplify those methods and steps for me? So the answer, of course, I had was yes. And I said that yes, while there are dozens of tools available, but what I would suggest for students, an application like partyrock.aws would be a good starter. So today in this series, I'm going to walk through the same steps that I explained to my son in terms of how you can build your own maths problem solver as an application. You can use it for your own benefits. You can share it with your friends as well. The only thing that you need to do is you need to have a clarity of what the problem is. Share that problem with AI, and the AI will process and generate content for you. And that's the reason it is called generative AI. So, not wasting any more time, let's get started with partyrock.aws. So I will open up my uh, browser. I'll say partyrock.aws. I will, since I'm doing it for the first time, I'll sign up for free. I'll sign it with my Google account. And then it'll ask me for my username, partyrock.aws slash, because it's going to be a web application. So I'll say Ramendra Rathor. I'll click on the submit button and then it'll inquire if I am a human or not. So it'll ask me some questions. So I'll quickly respond to the questions and confirm. It'll process and present me a survey. You can go ahead and provide your inputs. Otherwise, you can skip on the survey. And there you go. That's the homepage of partyrock.aws. It's a playground where you can actually build quick generative AI applications. Now, when I say Gen AI applications, if you have a problem in mind related to a subject, you can quickly go ahead and build an application out of it. In our situation today, we are going to build a maths problem solver. So we want AI to help us with algebraic equations. It could be algebraic equations, it could be calculus as well. And we want AI to explain us different methods of solving the same problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go ahead and say generate application. I can do it from the left button on the panel that's available or on the right as well. I will actually create another video that will talk about all the features of partyrock.aws. But for today, we are only going to generate a new application. So I'll quickly click on this button. And what we need to do is we need to specify our problem statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say build a web application that accepts two inputs. One is the type of maths problem that is to be solved, like algebra or calculus, and the other input is the equation to be solved. As an output, as an output, present the present the uh, present, I would say, two methods, right? Present two methods. As an output, present two methods of solving the equation in simple steps. There you go. So I have explained my problem, which is called prompt. And the art of designing these prompts is called prompt engineering or prompt crafting. So in simple English language, I explain my problem, and what I'm going to do is I'm only going to click on generate. And within a matter of few seconds, what Party Rock is going to do is going to solve your problem. So it will create an application name for you. Like you see, it has given a name, EEC Pro, multi-method math problem solver. Um, it will give an introduction to your web application. It will talk about the inputs and outputs. There you go. So your application is ready. So that's your first Gen AI application that is ready, which is a maths problem solver for you. And this is the name of the application. This is a quick introduction. You can actually click on this pencil button which says edit widget. So every box that you see on this application is a widget, and you can edit them. You can resize the particular widget size as well. You can add more content to the introduction. And as you scroll down, you'll see three boxes. Two of them are in gray color, which indicate that they are the input that the user has to provide. And the third is a green input that generative AI will give back to us. So, what we need to do is, if you remember, I mentioned in my prompt, I want a drop down box that asks the type of problem statement. I only gave it example like algebra or calculus. It added more options for me automatically. So, I'll say algebra. The second gray button says give the explain the equation. So I'll quickly pick up one of my equations that I have, and I'll give it to AI to solve it. There you go. And all what you need to do is, after the moment you provide these two inputs, click on the play button. And now what AI is going to do is AI is going to take up these two input, process the problem, and present the new content for you. And the content is nothing but two different methods of solving the same equation. So you see over here, it says method one, direct subtraction with sign change rule. And the second method is vertical alignment method, right? And you can scroll down, you can actually copy this and make further use of it. You want, you can retry it as well. There's an option that says retry. Now the moment you say retry, what it will do is it will regenerate the content for you again in a different style. And the reason why it is called generative AI, because every time you when it processes the information, it will generate new content for you. So you will see a little bit of difference of between the response generated the first time versus now. So, and that's it. That's a simple application you have now. You can click on the edit button on the top, and what you can do is you can resize the buttons that you have, right? Like, if, for example, the two input boxes, I want to squeeze them up. So I can further squeeze it like this so that the inputs are on the same panel. There you go. So on top I have the input, and at the bottom I have the output, the response from generative AI as well. And if I go back on the left side, which is the home button, you can actually see your first application being published. Now, this particular application that you see is actually private today, right? You can actually make it public as well. So, what you do is once you go to this, it says private. So, I've just clicked on the apps button. I clicked on apps. It says this is an application that you have created and it is private. You can click on this and make it public. Now, the moment you make it public, you can actually now share it with your friends, right? It's available for anybody to use, whoever comes at Party Rock and searches for application like this. So that's a quick glimpse of how partyrock.aws can help you build quick generative AI applications for any subject. So feel free to try it out for any subject. Share it with your friends, your family members, or your kids as well, helping them in their maths problems, especially. And yes, would request that you share your feedback or your questions that you have. I definitely would like to respond to your questions in my upcoming videos. And having said that, please like and subscribe to this video series. I hope all of you loved it. With that, see you all again. Bye bye.